Welcome to today's deep dive. We'll be looking at the top Web3 and AI news.
Yeah,
It's been a busy one.
it has.
We've got funding announcements, partnerships popping up, new trends all over the place.
Absolutely.
And to get through it all, we're going to be looking at Web3 Wire,
Okay.
dApp for Developer Insights.
Mm-hmm.
We've got analysis from Medium's Web3 Foundation and
Right.
some market data from Web3 O'Clock.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they all have to say.
Yeah, definitely. So let's jump right in.
Okay.
Web3 Wire is starting us off with Ethereum and Ripple.
Right?
They're calling them the titans of transformation in the digital landscape, each with their own sort of unique approach.
Yeah.
So Ethereum, of course, focusing on smart contracts and dApps.
Right. Decentralized application.
Yeah, building out
Yeah.
this new internet of value.
Yeah. I think Ethereum has the potential to really revolutionize how we interact with financial systems,
Mm-hmm.
that focus on decentralization, on open access.
Yeah.
It could change everything.
Totally. And then on the other hand, you've got Ripple.
Right.
And they're kind of taking this more collaborative approach,
Yeah.
partnering up with financial institutions
Mm-hmm.
to streamline cross-border payments
Yeah.
using their technology.
Interesting. So it's kind of like two different sides of the same coin.
Yeah.
One's very like idealistic in a way, the other one's more pragmatic.
Totally.
Yeah,
Does that mean they're on a collision course?
I don't know.
Or could they actually work together?
I think that's the big question.
Yeah.
Can these two approaches coexist?
Yeah. And shape the future of finance together.
Yeah, is it going to be a head-to-head competition
Mhm.
or is there room for both?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Something to keep an eye on as we go through the rest of the news today.
Definitely.
Speaking of shaping the future,
Yeah.
big news from the gaming world.
Okay.
Somnia and Sequence, they're joining forces.
I've heard about this.
Yeah, to bring the power of blockchain
Right.
to game development.
Give-
And get this, they're aiming to bring the entire world's data on-chain.
Wow. That's ambitious.
Yeah.
What does that even look like?
Well, I mean, for gamers, it could mean richer gameplay,
Okay.
like really verifiable ownership of in-game assets.
Right.
Maybe entirely new economies forming within these virtual worlds.
Mm-hmm. New ways to connect, new ways to interact.
Yeah,
It's a whole new
it
world.
really is.
Yeah.
And speaking of real-world applications,
Okay.
Crypto Realty Group is now making it possible
Mm-hmm.
to purchase real estate using crypto
Oh, wow.
in Irvine, California.
Interesting.
So another sign that, crypto is really moving
Yeah.
from the fringes into the mainstream.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see more and more of that.
Yeah, for sure. So let's shift gears a little bit now
Okay.
and talk about DeFi.
Decentralized finance.
Yeah, right. Web3 Wire is reporting that next-gen aggregators
Mm.
are playing a key role in revitalizing the DeFi ecosystem. So for those who may not be super familiar with DeFi, it aims to kind of recreate
Right.
traditional financial services, like lending and borrowing,
Mm-hmm.
but on the blockchain.
Yeah, cutting out the middleman.
Right, putting the control directly in the hands of users.
I like that idea.
Yeah. But DeFi has definitely faced some challenges.
Yeah.
You know, the user experience can be complex.
Right.
There are definitely some security concerns.
Mm-hmm.
It can be difficult to navigate for newcomers.
Yeah. It's a little intimidating.
Yeah. So that's where these next-gen aggregators come in.
Okay.
They're acting as these one-stop shops,
Oh, interesting.
pulling together the data and functionality
Mhm.
from various DeFi protocols,
Okay.
making it easier,
Right.
safer for users to participate.
So they're trying to lower that barrier to entry.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it more accessible.
And tackling some of the hurdles that have held DeFi back.
Yeah. It could be huge for wider adoption.
Yeah, big time. So moving on to the Polkadot ecosystem, the Web3 Foundation is making waves with their rebranded grant series.
Oh, yeah. I read about this.
The Web3 Foundation Ecosystem Development Wave.
That's a mouthful.
It is.
But I like the idea.
They just announced 13 new grants,
Wow.
and there's a notable shift in their funding approach.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they're moving away from upfront payments
Okay.
to this milestone-based model.
Interesting.
So they're putting a strong emphasis on tangible results
Mm-hmm.
and accountability from the projects that they're supporting.
Makes sense.
Yeah, some of these projects sound really promising.
Yeah.
So you've got EVA Interactive developing a tool to simplify development on Polkadot.
Okay.
You've got Hack Inc. working on a system for streamlining deployments.
Mhm.
And then there are these kind of intriguing projects like Type Inc. and Bison
Okay.
from Kuhn Crafts and Tugeldur Bagalma, respectively.
Interesting names.
Yeah, we don't have a ton of details on those yet.
Okay.
And then there's Cyborg Networks, NeuroZK,
NeuroZK. What's
Yeah.
that about?
focusing on advancements in DePIN.
Decentralized Physical Infrastructure Network.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's a whole other rabbit hole.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot going on in the Polkadot ecosystem.
Yeah, and this focus on results-driven development
Right.
could really propel some innovation.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to see what comes out of it.
Me too.
Yeah.
And while we're on the topic of innovation,
Yeah.
let's talk about DApps.
Decentralized exchanges.
Right. DApp for Developers Insights has got some pretty cool guides on building and understanding these platforms.
Yeah, I've been looking at those.
Yeah, so for anyone who's not familiar,
Right.
DApps are fundamentally different from centralized exchanges.
Yeah.
They operate on blockchain technology,
Mm-hmm.
facilitating peer-to-peer trading without the need for those intermediaries.
Right. So it's all about cutting out the middleman
Exactly.
and giving users more control.
Yeah, more security, more privacy.
Yeah. I mean, that's the promise of decentralization, right?
Yeah, and this space is attracting some serious attention.
Really?
Analog just secured $5 million in funding,
Wow.
boosting their valuation to $300 million.
That's impressive.
Yeah, and they've got a token launch on the horizon.
So investors are definitely seeing the potential here.
Oh yeah, big time.
I think DX could really disrupt the world of finance.
Yeah, they could. And speaking of investment,
Okay.
Web3 O'Clock is reporting a surge in AI funding.
Interesting.
Almost a frenzy.
like a gold rush.
Kind of.
Yeah.
So Manus AI just secured $24.6 million
Okay.
to revolutionize drug discovery using AI.
Wow. That could be huge for healthcare.
Yeah, I mean, imagine the possibilities.
Yeah. Speeding up research, finding new cures.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And then there's ElevenLabs.
Of ElevenLabs.
Yeah, they secured $250 million for their voice AI technology.
250 million.
Yeah, putting their valuation at $3 billion.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Clearly, AI is a hot commodity right now.
Oh, yeah. Investors are pouring money into it.
It makes you wonder what the future holds.
Yeah, what's going to
Yeah.
happen? What are we going to see?
Yeah. Let's not forget MSTRO.
Okay.
They landed $1.5 million for developing human-aided AI tools.
Human-aided.
Yeah. So it's not all about replacing humans.
Right.
It's also about augmenting our capabilities.
Yeah, I think that's a really important distinction.
Yeah, for sure. And this leads us perfectly
Okay.
to our final story for this segment.
Right.
Web3 O'Clock is highlighting a key theme that's emerging from the World Economic Forum in Davos,
Okay.
the convergence of crypto and AI.
Interesting.
Seems like world leaders, tech innovators, they're recognizing the interconnectedness of these two transformative technologies.
Yeah, and their combined potential to shape the future.
Right. So it begs the question,
Yeah.
what could a future powered by both crypto and AI really look like?
That's a big one.
Yeah. And it's one that we're going to delve deeper into in part 2 of this deep dive.
I can't wait. Coming up next.
The convergence of crypto and AI. It's exciting. It's a little scary.
Yeah, it's a lot to unpack.
It is.
We've got these two incredibly powerful forces at play here.
Yeah.
You know, you've got crypto all about decentralization, transparency, empowering individuals. AI leveraging data to automate tasks, make predictions, create new possibilities.
And they're both moving so fast.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep up.
It really is. I think the key here is remembering that technology is a tool.
Right.
It all depends how we use it.
Exactly.
So let's explore some potential scenarios where this convergence could lead.
Yeah, where could it take us?
Well, for one, imagine a world where AI helps us create more equitable and efficient financial systems through DeFi.
Okay.
Instead of traditional banks with all their barriers and potential for discrimination,
Right.
people could access financial services directly through these decentralized platforms powered by AI.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
AI could assess risk, tailor financial products to individual needs,
Right?
provide personalized advice.
Yeah, it could really democratize access to financial opportunities.
Yeah, that's a powerful vision.
Totally.
Yeah.
And the implications go way beyond finance, too.
Oh.
We talked about AI revolutionizing drug discovery. But what about fields like art, music journalism?
Oh, yeah.
AI tools are already being used to create art, compose music, write articles.
Right. And some people are even saying that AI is going to replace artists and musicians.
Yeah.
But I don't think so.
Me neither. I think it's more about collaboration,
Right.
augmentation.
Using AI as a tool?
Exactly. And then you combine that with the power of blockchain,
Okay.
and it unlocks even more possibilities.
Like what?
Well, artists and musicians could use NFTs
Right.
to sell their AI-generated creations directly to collectors,
Mm,
cutting out the middleman again.
I like that.
Yeah. Journalists could use blockchain to create tamper-proof records of their reporting,
Oh, wow.
increasing transparency,
Mhm.
combating misinformation.
That's really important these days.
It is. So we could see this surge in creativity and innovation
Mm.
across multiple industries.
Yeah, but we have to be careful.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
There are potential downsides, too.
Right. Like what?
Well, one major concern is bias in AI algorithms.
Okay.
If the data used to train these models is skewed
Right.
or reflects existing societal biases,
Mm-hmm.
those biases are going to be amplified in the AI's output.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, it's something we have to be very aware of.
Especially in sensitive areas like finance, healthcare, criminal justice.
Absolutely.
So fairness and equity in AI development,
Yeah.
that's paramount.
It is. And then there's the impact on jobs.
Right.
A lot of people are worried that AI is going to automate away entire professions.
Yeah, that's a valid concern.
I mean, it's true that AI is going to change the nature of work and some jobs will inevitably be displaced.
Yeah.
But throughout history, technological advancements have always created new jobs
Uh-huh.
alongside the ones they replace.
So it's not necessarily about jobs disappearing.
Right.
It's about jobs evolving.
Exactly.
Yeah, we need to be prepared for that.
We do.
We need to focus on equipping people with the skills
Right.
to thrive in this AI-powered world.
Like what kind of skills?
Well, retraining programs,
Okay.
education focused on STEM fields,
Mm-hmm.
fostering creativity, critical thinking skills.
Yeah, those are going to be more important than ever.
Absolutely. And another concern is concentration of power.
Okay.
Right now, the development and deployment of AI
Mm-hmm.
is largely controlled by a handful of large tech companies.
Yeah, that's true.
And if those companies also control the platforms on which crypto and blockchain are built,
Right.
it could lead to a very centralized, potentially undemocratic system.
Yeah, so we need to be careful about that.
Yeah, decentralization, open source development, those principles become even more crucial.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that the benefits of this convergence
Right.
are widely distributed, and that power remains in the hands of the people.
Couldn't agree more. And that's why these conversations are so important.
Yeah.
Raising awareness about the potential pitfalls involving diverse voices
Right.
in shaping policies and regulations.
Yeah.
It shouldn't just be tech companies and governments making these decisions.
Yeah, we need input from ethicists, sociologists, economists, everyday people who are going to be impacted by these technologies.
Exactly. And prioritizing research and development of ethical and responsible AI.
Yeah.
That's key.
Investing in projects focused on fairness, transparency, accountability.
Totally. And public education about AI and blockchain is vital.
Mm-hmm.
People need to understand how they work,
Right.
how they're being used,
Mm-hmm.
how to advocate for their own interests.
Yeah. Knowledge is power.
It really is.
Yeah.
So ultimately, this all comes down to empowering individuals.
I agree.
Crypto and AI have the potential to create
Mm-hmm.
a more equitable and just world,
Yeah.
but only if we use them wisely.
And intentionally.
Exactly. It's been a
Definitely.
great discussion.
Yeah, it has.
Really thought-provoking.
It is a lot to think about.
But there's one more crucial piece of news
Okay.
we need to cover before we
Yeah.
wrap up this deep dive. Remember earlier when we were talking about the future of finance?
Yeah, Ethereum and Ripple.
Yeah, and how they're both kind of vying for dominance
Right.
with their own distinct approaches.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this next piece of news adds an interesting twist to that whole narrative.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
So Web3 or Clock is reporting that World Liberty Financial,
World Liberty Financial.
yeah, it's a crypto venture.
Okay.
They've just raised a record-breaking $300 million.
300 million.
Yeah,
Wow.
in a public sale.
Okay, that's a lot of money.
It is a significant sum.
Yeah.
But here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
79% of that funding
Mm-hmm.
came from a single source,
Oh, wow.
a DeFi account,
Okay.
linked to former President Donald Trump.
Oh, wow. That's unexpected.
It is.
I mean, it definitely raises some questions, like
Yeah.
what's going on here?
Right. Is this a strategic investment
Mm-hmm.
by someone who sees the disruptive potential of crypto?
Yeah.
Or is it just a sign of its growing mainstream appeal?
Right. I mean, crypto is definitely not just for tech enthusiasts anymore.
No, it's not.
It's entering the realms of high-level finance and politics.
Yeah, and that could have some pretty significant implications.
For sure.
So this deep dive has taken us through a whirlwind of developments
It has.
in the world of Web3 and AI.
Yeah.
We've seen Ethereum and Ripple's race to reshape finance, the emergence of these next-gen DeFi aggregators,
Right.
the exciting potential of blockchain and gaming,
Absolutely.
and of course the convergence of AI and crypto.
Yeah, it's all happening so fast.
It really is. These technologies are evolving at an unprecedented pace,
Yeah.
reshaping industries, creating new investment opportunities, even influencing the political landscape.
Like we just saw.
Yeah. And we've only just begun to scratch the surface
Right.
of what's possible.
There's so much more to come.
Yeah. So as these trends continue to unfold, it's crucial that we consider both the potential benefits and the risks.
Absolutely.
So I want to leave you with a few questions.
Okay.
What excites you about the future of Web3 and AI? What concerns you?
Yeah.
And most importantly, how can you engage with these technologies
Right.
and contribute to shaping a future that aligns with your values?
I think that's the most important question of all.
It is. Stay curious.
Yes.
Stay informed.
Yeah.
And we'll see you on our next deep dive
Sounds good.
into the ever-evolving world of Web3 and AI.
Yeah.